Detroit won 40-10. Game that Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb both missed with injuries, just in case you forgot. Our NFL analyst, Herm Edwards, still with us. Who wins Sunday?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say Green Bay.
Okay.
I trust them if the game is tight in the fourth quarter. I always worry about Detroit in big games in the fourth quarter. They seem to self-destruct. That's kind of been their history. It happened again last week. And so until they prove me wrong, I'm going to go with Green Bay. I trust Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter with the ball. I do believe this is a game that both quarterbacks combined, this ball will be in there probably 85 times. There's going to be a lot of passing in this game. And it's all about protecting the quarterback, and the secondaries are going to be pressed to cover certain guys. You got Calvin Johnson, obviously, and you got Tate, Golden Tate. How do you deal with that? And on the other side of it, you got Nelson, and don't lose sight of this, Cobb. You mentioned he didn't play in that game. Neither did Aaron Rodgers. Cobb is a factor because Detroit has lost their nickelback, Bentley. They're a little bit wounded in the back end. So how do they cover Cobb? To me, Cobb's the guy, because he's the guy that plays in the slot. We'll talk about Lacy some, he'll run it some, but it's not going to be a running game. I mean, and then the key is this. Can the center, your young rookie center, Lindsey, can he hold up against Sue and Fairley? Because they're coming there. But see, Aaron Rodgers is a different guy, because Aaron Rodgers can leave the pocket. That's what killed the Jets. The Jets had the game basically won. Oh, they turned the ball over before the half, and then they go down there and give him life. But Aaron Rodgers figured it out. He got on the edges of that defense and was able to throw the ball. And the problem when you deal with Aaron Rodgers, he can throw it anywhere on the field when he leaves the pocket. I mean, it's not just I'm throwing to one side. He can throw it back the other side. So if he gets on the edge, if you come up the middle on Aaron Rodgers and you let him escape, look out, because that's when he's more dangerous.
Now you got to look out because you're feeding his fire over there. You jump on that bandwagon, the Aaron Rodgers bandwagon.
You know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. I still haven't recovered from the disappointment that I felt when he refused to challenge Richard Sherman. It's going to be a long time before I get over that, because I understand that you're a quarterback and you listen to your coach, and Mike McCarthy, does what he does. But even though Mike McCarthy said we didn't plan on not throwing at Richard Sherman, but I find that very difficult to believe. I think you're a star quarterback. You got the ability that Aaron Rodgers do. You have the clout to go up to the coach and says, I want to go in this direction.
Well, I will say this, and you make a great point. The history of football, whether it be run or pass, is built right-handed for right-handed quarterbacks. So if you really look at football and you break it down, 70% of your throws are to the right side of all offenses, because you're built that way.
Okay.
Right.
Same way with the runs.
Right.
So there's a tight end over. So when you don't do that,
it's even more obvious.
Yes. And whether it's Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't matter who the guy is. This is the history of football. Now, this is why Sherman plays on the left side.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter who you line up over there. They know you're built to throw to the right if you're a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah. Stay with me. Stay with me. Yes, that's your way of saying that some of the heat Sherman takes for being on one side as opposed to going anywhere, how it's unjustified because he's on the side where most of the action usually comes.
Yes.
Okay, now, I'm glad you let me know that.
Yes.
I'm glad that. I love that. But let me get back to Detroit. I don't believe in this team. I don't count the first win against the New York Giants because I don't consider the New York Giants much of a football team. Now, I hope I'm wrong, because we're talking about the Giants here, talking about a team I grew up loving, but I'm not enamored with what I'm seeing from them. With that being said, your first real game to me was last week against Cam Newton in his first game because he missed the season opener. Cam Newton comes out, the Carolina Panthers come out, and they hold you to 7 points. You don't score but one touchdown with Megatron on your squad, with Reggie Bush, with Matthew Stafford, with Golden Tate there now. I'm very disappointed in Detroit. I think they're up and down. Obviously, this is a division rivalry. Anything can happen. But if I got to bet my money, I'm going to bet it on the bad man that he is. The dude that showed up in the second half last week against the New York Jets and just said, excuse me, right before the second half, and just reminded the New York Jets, Rex Ryan, do you have any idea who you're dealing with? I am Aaron Rodgers. You understand? And that's what he did. And I expect the same thing to be done against the Detroit Lions this weekend. I'm picking Green Bay to win this game.
like 40-7?
No, it'll be
That's
very.
what this case
By the way,
you're
where's the
making.
game at? Is it in
Detroit.
It's in Detroit. It'll be tough, but I'm picking Green Bay 28-24.
Oh, well, after all that bravado,
What do you mean bravado?
it's only 28-24.
Listen, I can't speak for Green Bay's defense. I don't know what Clay Matthews and the crew is going to do. We'll see. But I believe in Aaron Rodgers. As disappointed as I was, I believe in the bad man that he is, and I believe that the Green Bay Packers will escape with this victory in the Motor City.
And I still believe in the Detroit Lions, and I believe in the bad man that is Matthew Stafford. And he's going to have a bad game, as in torch Green Bay kind of a game. It's going to be a shootout.
Possible.
I'm hanging in. I've got Detroit winning this game 35-32. But I'm going to be objective and tell you that I thought your bad man was sensational in the second half.
I'm proud of you.
So was Jordy Nelson.
proud.
That was some big time stuff, and I agree with you. He cracked the code finally of Rex's defense because he started beating the rush and getting a little outside, and he can fling it on the run. And he threw some gunshots down the field that were like breathtaking. Like, wow, that was big time. I agree. They did pull it out 31-24. They were down 18 points to the New York Jets and Geno and company. And I think you should also put that in your mental bank because they will give up some points, and I think they're going to give up 35 to Matt Stafford. I cannot explain what happens to this Detroit team when they go on the road and they turn it over 3 times, and the rookie kicker, and I don't trust kickers in general, but I definitely don't trust rookie kickers. He missed 2, and they wind up with 7 points, and they lose 24-7. And I agree with you. I'm discounting opening night against the Giants, even though I think your Giants defense is still pretty good.
They're pretty decent. Their offense is just god-awful. But keep in mind, Detroit, they fumbled 3 times. They lost 2, and they threw interceptions. I just look at them, and I know Megatron. I mean, he only had about 66, 67 yards. That's not going to happen Sunday. No. He's going to have more than that. He's Megatron. I'm just saying, for me, the disappointment is that Caldwell, to me, I don't see much of a difference from the team that Schwartz had. In terms of their persona, in terms of their approach. It's early.
Like
it's only 2 games in. I get it. But I need to see more. And I guess for me, I don't even want to say it, but these guys, whether it's Lovie Smith, whether it's Jim Caldwell or whatever, this mild-mannered, sophisticated Tom Landry-style approach, where the only thing missing is the hat, bothers me. It just bothers me. I think, listen, you know, everybody don't have to be Coach Hearn, all right? Get in your face. Let's go now. Everybody don't have to be that. But damn, I don't need to look at my head coach and feel like I'm looking at a professor. You know what I'm saying? It's football, and you got to get guys riled. You got to get guys riled up, and I don't see that from these guys. And I think, again, that's not cerebral. That has nothing to do with things schematically. What you're doing on offense, what you're doing on defense, how we're going to run plays, how we're going to do that. But I'm just saying, football for me, when I look at Detroit, some days, some weeks.
Okay, but didn't you think that Caldwell could be the ice to Schwartz's fire? Because Schwartz was fiery, crazy fire.
I don't need him to be complete ice. I don't need him to be Lamar Odom to Kobe. Kobe was fire, Lamar Odom was ice. No, I don't need that. I don't need that kind of discrepancy. Somewhere in the middle, like they said in a Rocky Balboa movie, hit the one in the middle. That's what I'm looking for. Let's be even. You don't go to the other extreme. Like we in class. I need you to go out there and be gung-ho about getting after these guys.
Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But some of this is on the players, too.
Of course it's on them.
And this Detroit Lion team, I mean, they've got some personalities. You got Sue on one side of it that, plays angry, which I like. I mean, at times he goes over the edge. But these guys got to figure it out. Stop beating yourself.
Yeah.
Just try that.
Very well said, Coach.
If you stop beating yourself, you're going to be a pretty good football team.
All right. Packers at Lions, 1 p.m. Eastern. Coach, always enlightening to have you here. And thanks for that fantasy report. Stafford's going to light it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he your guy?
Yeah, he's my guy, so I need to know. All right, coming up next.
He's a bad man. Sometimes he's just